It's open when it's light, it's open when it's dark. It's the treasure hunt amusement park. Masquerade and Forest Fen are closed, but there are plenty more rides than just those. It's open when it's light, it's open when it's dark. Vegas Die and Oak Island. Give them a try and you'll be smiling. This place never closes, that's for certain. There's always a reason to keep searching. Boots on the ground, look, look, look. Your ticket to the ride is the book. Your ticket to the ride is the book. Your ticket to the ride is the book. Keep searching forever, start searching now. Grand adventures with K-Pro and Cow. Whistle Pig, Custard Quest. So many great rides, who knows what's best. This place never closes, that's for certain. There's always a reason to keep searching. Boots on the ground, look, look, look. Your ticket to the ride is the book. Your ticket to the ride is the book. Your ticket to the ride is the book.
Okay. Hey, everybody. It is Beacon Star Thursday. Today is Thursday, June 24th. Shout out to K-Pro for getting me the official Beacon Star Thursday shirt. Thank you, Christy.
You're welcome.
Who went to the mall today. So we literally were a little busy doing some stuff around here. So we're a little discombobulated, I guess you could say. But
you guys want to see my shirt?
Let's see K-Pro.
I wonder if it is a prelude for something to come. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm. I believe in fairy tales, and so does K-Pro. Okay, maybe there'll be more fairy tales to come. We just don't know.
know. There might be. And we won't even charge you to view them.
Yeah, Eleanor, I did see that game, but I didn't get it. I just been so busy. It was Amazon Prime last 2 days, and I didn't order anything. I order everything when it's full price. So, but shout out to somebody who did send us something in the mail. You got it? Greg Carter, boom. Look at this. It's always ask for Avery. It's so disgusting. Totally gross soda. Get it? Soda. So disgusting. Alien snot is what it's called. So I think he sent it because it's Beacon Star Green is what I think he was going for. So thanks, Craig. We're going to open this when the kids are over. All the kids are here. And maybe we'll do a little, maybe we'll tell them.
It's a family affair.
We'll
and
do
we're
a taste contest.
Yeah, we'll do a reaction.
Reaction video. So thank you, Craig. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Oh
no, Randy, we went to the mall. Randy says, do we have a shirt printer? But no, awesome. We went to the mall. Beacon Star Thursday.
They love us at the mall. They're like, great, here he comes. Because you're like, that is not the only shirt. Let's just say I only got one, but Mike is really into
over there. But you got to wait till Monday to see those other shirts.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Mario, how you doing? So, this is what we're doing tonight. Now, there's a little treasure hunt going on in Utah. Let's take a time out from the Beacon Star for a minute. Because the Beacon Star has been going on for like 18 years or something. And it's just that damn hard. Randy said it'll last 30 years minimum. So there is a treasure hunt that just started last Saturday that K-Pro has been all about. And that is the one in Utah. Yeah, thank you, Greg. We do appreciate it. That's the one in Utah. And K-Pro might even go. So we reached out to
No. I might not go. I'm leaving it. I've rescheduled twice.
Okay. Yeah, the last time you were thinking of going.
2 different places I am going. You need to help me tonight because I suck at maps. And then we're leaving in the morning. It is a girls' trip. Sam Lazars, who is known to be picking up treasure. It's going to happen, and you stinky boys can stay home. I'm hoping in the next day or two, and shout out to somebody who's letting me stay at their house. And so that'll help save a little bit. And I'm really excited about this hunt. And so, yeah. So
would that person be a Forest Fen searcher?
Maybe it's Forest Fen. Isn't it rumored that he's no longer passed away? Maybe Forrest and I are heading up to Utah.
So the Utah treasure hunt, we invited the creators to come on the show tonight. We were going to do half Beacon Star, half Utah treasure hunt. The Utah treasure hunt is for 10 grand. And the really cool thing is it's in the chest. This isn't a proxy item. They took 10 grand. I think most of it's cash and there might be some coins, but it is in a chest out there waiting for somebody to find it. There's a poem. You figure it out, you go. It's in the Salt Lake City, Utah area. They did give a boundary of where it's located. So K-Pro's going, and if they're able to make it, they will come on the show. So they are going to interrupt Beacon Star Thursday.
Well, we had it scheduled, and now they have some kind of major press coming out, and so they're meeting with
ABC got a hold of it.
Yeah, so that's all it needs, just like Forrest Fenn's, and it takes off. So
yeah,
they're going to try to make it a little later. If they can't, then hopefully by next week they'll come on. But we always have Beacon Star, and there's always, maybe I can just sneak in something about Forrest Fenn's.
Well, that'll be Monday. Forrest Fenn Treasure Found will be back on Monday. If you're not back from Utah on Monday, you better find the damn thing.
Oh no, I just meant tonight if we needed filler time that our people might want to hear about.
Filler time? We don't need no filler time when we're talking about Beacon Star, because there's so many things in it. I just talked to somebody who just ordered the book, Randy. You just got one more.
Look what he did to your book.
And that was back before that was when I got frustrated and gave up like a year ago. Now we're actually.
Frustration does this.
Yeah, right. Well, I had to scan it all. That's how I got it on the computer.
Ooh, speaking of that, I need that scan from earlier, but I
have it, and I will get it done. Okay, so that's the Utah treasure hunt. If they make it, we will talk to them. If they don't, we'll have them on next week. I mean, we'll get them on. They did say they think their treasure hunt might go a month, but you know how resourceful people are. It could end tomorrow. Hopefully, K-Pro goes out and finds it this weekend.
Wouldn't that be awesome? We'll and I want your guys' advice if the Utah guy, once we finish up with Beacon Star. So it's 10 grand of basically cash. And let's say Sammy and I go out and find it and there's other people around. I'm thinking we stash the money, leave the check. I don't want to be like, hey,
in your underwear, right? What would really be cool if it was 10 grand in $1 bills? How much would that be if it was $1 bills? That'd really be cool.
Down the chest, silly goose.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope nobody's actually going to fight you for it. I mean, once you find it, I would think it's yours. All right, Empty Noodle. We can see you. That's okay. I don't care. You could have showed that. I'm not worried about it. I don't know what it meant, but you could have showed it.
That's the whole flying monkey thing. We have enemies.
Oh, I thought it was a Beacon Star hint. I didn't know. All right.
No.
Easy, Empty Noodle, before you get kicked on out of here, because you don't want to miss the Beacon Star clues. Stay the cash, get back to the car. Yeah, right. And that will be interesting to see once the solution comes out. Is how far did you have to hike to find this thing? Is it an hour? Is it only 10 minutes? All these different logistical things.
Well, that's what I was thinking, is like take the cash back and then come back for the chest. Will be cool. So I have 2 search partners right now, 2 totally different locations. And one of them said, I really want the treasure chest. I'll even take it out of my cut to get it to me. So the treasure chest is important, but I don't want to be walking out of there with a treasure. Hey, everybody, I have 10 grand in cash. I'm walking out. So.
And there's a couple other clues that I looked up just before we went live. One is they ruled out ski resorts. They said a lot of people are looking around ski resorts, and they said, no, not ski resorts. I guess there's a lot in Utah.
Yep.
And the other thing is it's not buried like 6 feet deep. They said with your hand, it is buried, but with your hand, you should be able to uncover it. So you've seen this already.
But they said that you should bring, if you want to bring a hand trowel, you can.
Hand thing.
Yeah. So I got to go find one of those in the garage.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So that's awesome. The only thing I ask is that you record it. You got to make videos. We need to charge up the video camera since your iPhone is crazy, and go video it. Because if you find it, what better vlog than that?
Oh, it will be fun. And I actually found the SD card. So.
And even if you don't find it, it'll still be a good vlog just to see. I want to know how many people you run into that are also looking for it. So,
yeah, that's what
in your area.
Well, and did you hear? And I think she's going to come on a future show. Jana won some big hunt, and you could hear her scream, she screams, and then she does a little hair flip, and it was awesome. But you could hear someone say, "Oh, you found it!" And I was thinking, don't die. You're in Minnesota. Everybody's nice in Minnesota, but they could have been out of town. JB said the same thing. So I'm definitely video, but I'm going to go from Yahoo to get back in the car.
Right. So that's the other one. And that is the Hennepin County in Minnesota. We had Jacob on, the creator, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and Jana found it, which is awesome. So we were going to give away one of those treasure hunts of his, and we didn't. Remember, he had the custom coin. So what I told, by the way, Jacob's so nice. He's sending us a coin anyway. Just so you know. But what I told him, let me know when the next big one is, and we will definitely give one away then. We just totally got busy and spaced. I forgot that it started so soon, which was last weekend, and is already over. And good. Yeah, congrats to Jana and whoever she was with. So we are going to have Jacob and Jana on to explain the solve. And actually, it's not going to be next week, but it's going to be 2 weeks from today. I already set the date with them. They can't do it until 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from today, we will do a half and half, Beacon Star, and then
and then we have the new Houston one is coming out. I'm on a team. I was drafted.
Oh yeah, the Houston Booty one or something like that.
Booty,
yeah,
and we're calling ourselves Slap the Booty.
That one looks harder than the Beacon Star. The guy said there's stuff hidden everywhere. But anyway, there's all kinds of rides in the treasure hunting amusement park.
I can't decide, Cowlazars. Tell me about this Beacon Star because we're just smashing the puzzles. We're killing them. I
don't know if you know K-Pro, but Masquerade and Forest Fen are closed. If you were listening, if you were paying attention to the song, you would know that Forest Fen and Masquerade are closed.
You know what? We have to have the song redone. The Forest Fen treasure is no longer available. The ride is still open, or there's a new ride called the Conspiracy of the Forest Fen Treasure Hunt.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's still happening. There's still stuff happening. I got some pretty cool stuff going on. I think related to the Forest Fen stuff, and so we're gonna be talking about it for a while. It's not closed. You can't close me down.
Well, some of them are closed. That's Captain Buck. Thank you for the email. Here's the other thing, guys. No Zoom tonight. We are not going to do a Zoom. I'm tired. I'm going to bed early. Plus, I got a bunch of things I got to do around here. So no Zoom for you. And now somebody else can host a Zoom, of course, if they want to, but I will not be doing a Zoom tonight. Okay, Beacon Star, one of my favorite rides in the treasure hunting amusement park. And what ride would that be? What would the Beacon Star be if it was a ride in the treasure hunting? Well, it is a ride, but what actual carnival ride would it be?
Well, it has to be a combination. I think there's a little bit of haunted house because you're like going one way and then you get spooked. Mm-hmm. And then when you try to get out of it, you have to get on the teacups and you have to spin around because then when you get out of there, you're like, I don't know what day it is. Like large block of code. I don't know what day it is. And then you stumble into the one that goes up and down and makes go upside down. And you feel like you're going to die because this treasure hunt sometimes makes me feel like I want to die.
I think the apropos ride in the treasure hunting amusement park is the fun house, and the fun house is the Hall of Mirrors. I remember when I took Chris and Eric, he walked right into one, bam. And that's what the Beacon Star is. We're all in this thing trying to find our way out, and we're running into triangles. We're running into sundials. We're running into bricks, and we can't figure out the solution, which is the way out. So that's what I think the Beacon Star is.
Yeah, somebody did ask me, and Packer Jack's comment was, how long are you going to be in Utah? I hope one day.
Right, as long as it takes.
I think it'll probably take maybe 2 or 3, and then I'll be frustrated and whatever. But at least a day, at least a night, but maybe the whole weekend. And boys, I don't know what you're going to do without us.
House of Mirrors, that's right. And Bobby, yes, I can do that. I will start the Zoom. I will turn it over to Bobby. So if you are on my Zoom list, everybody, I will send you the invite. I just have to get out of it because we got some stuff we got to get done around here, including some good sleep tonight. So yes, I will do the Zoom. If anybody wants in on that Zoom that is not already on my list, send me an email, cowlazars@gmail.com.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay.
It helps if I spell it right. That's Cowlazars.
Other book. I don't know why this is the only book I have here.
Over there on the nightstand is my other copy.
I know, but that's your copy, right? Are you making notes in it?
No, it's just if I want to read, it's there by the nightstand in case I want to read. We got a couple to give away right here. Oh, by the way, I got some emails. We have 4 or 5 people that said I should get a Beacon Star because of this. Me and K-Pro haven't gone through them yet. We kind of have been busy this week, but I will. By next Thursday, we will figure out who's getting a free Beacon Star. Okay.
Oh, did you see Captain Buck?
Yeah.
Scary lighthouse with an elevator lift with a fast drop.
You know, in Disney World or the Disneyland in California, I always hear about the Haunted Mansion. Never been in it, but all I do is hear about it. They're supposed to have an elevator that does something or something.
Oh, I've been in the mansion. And you know, there's a secret bar. I know it's shocking. I know this in Disneyland. And It's like behind I don't know. The first time I went to it, there was something about the mansion. You had to go through it or whatever. So yeah, because they're not supposed to serve alcohol. But if you know the right people, you can get into the bar.
And you know, Disneyland makes me think of who? Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell makes me think of Randy. Randy wrote the Beacon Star. There's a character in the book named Tinker. It's all for full circle. You see how it works, everybody? All right, let's jump right into it. I was thinking of getting into the text today because I think the text is important.
I would maybe roll into one more solved, one that you've gotten the okay. Because if you talk about those, that kind of, I think,
what if I haven't gotten the okay? What if I just show it anyway?
whatever you want. People might hate you as much as entire channels might.
And I was just about to give away the big clue, the big secret, but Utah Treasure Hunt is in the house. Here we go. Tune in next Thursday for the big reveal. Hey, there he is. David, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, I'm Mike. That's Christy. I go by Cowlazars. She goes by K-Bro on YouTube.
Nice.
And you go by the Utah Treasure Hunt, I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. One of many things.
So we are live right now on YouTube.
Oh, cool. We
were just talking to everybody, letting them know you might be able to make it, might not. Your treasure hunt's blown up. You were saying the news and things are going on. So our YouTube channel, basically we call it the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park, and we look at it as every treasure hunt is just a different ride, and everybody goes on these rides and has fun.
I love it. Yeah, what a cool niche to be in.
Yeah, and yours is the newest ride in the Treasure Hunting Amusement Park over there in the Salt Lake City, Utah area.
Exactly. Yeah.
So introduce yourself to everybody and just give us a little background how you got into treasure hunts. What gave you this idea?
Yeah. So, man, I don't know how far back we want to go. My name's Dave. I'm from Salt Lake City. I'm in real estate. And, you know, I've always been a kid at heart, loved treasure hunts. I've kind of like followed some around the country, just half-heartedly throughout the years. I've done a lot of kind of smaller hunts just with my in-laws, with pranks and all sorts of stuff. And then we were actually traveling through Asia with my family last year when kind of the whole cough came, you know, and so that brought us back early, and, you know, everyone had been shut in their houses for you know, I mean, months at a time. And so I just started kind of thinking, like, what could we do to kind of just like raise morale of the whole community, something that would be awesome, that they could get outside safely. And so I was like, man, let's do a treasure hunt. And so, you know, like my wife wouldn't let me bury, you know, so last year we did $5,000 and she wouldn't let me bury the whole amount. So I was like, okay, I need to find a partner. So I just started going through my phone and I was like, who do I know that's crazy enough just to bury cash in the mountains? And the only person I could think of is John, who's the guy that I kind of do it with now. And he's also a real estate flipper. And yeah, without even hesitating, he's just kind of jumped on board. And he's like, you know what, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen or heard. Let's freaking do it. And so yeah, last year we hit $5,000. It was kind of like I don't know. I mean, it was kind of a gamble because we had no idea what the response would be. We honestly were like hiking down from hiding it last year. And I'm like, John, I mean, you're the man for doing this with me, but honestly, like we might come back in a couple months and just like dig it up ourselves because no one will care, you know? Yeah. And it was the exact opposite. Like once we kind of posted it, it just kind of went viral. And I mean, it just happened so fast. It was like before we even knew it, it was found. And so we didn't really have time to kind of organize anything, but we kind of learned a lot of lessons from last year. And so, yeah, this year we kind of doubled the stakes. We did $10,000 and we kind of knew a little bit what we were getting into, but even like our wildest expectations, like this is surpassed it. It's just insane. Like, yeah, people just love treasure hunts. So
they do.
So a couple things. Holy, our moderator, has put the link in chat because people are already saying, what? I need to start this now. So it is in chat, everybody. So last year's got found really quickly, right? It was like within a week, right?
Yeah, it was 4 days. Yeah,
okay.
It was super fast. I completely underestimated because it's so hard. It's so hard to write a poem that's difficult, but you know, like possible. And I completely underestimated just the genius of people, you know, like
different people's perspective. We do treasure hunts as well. And we actually do Zooms where people can go in and talk about it. And you hear them start to catch on to something and it's like, oh no, but when you have musicians to engineers, everybody's mind just, and they've cracked some of ours last months and some of them last a day. I mean, it's just, and stuff that I think is like so easy they don't. And then the stuff I think so hard, they'll crack first. It's like,
that's so true. That's so true. And I just love hearing like 1,000 different interpretations. Like it's tough because you know that every single word you write is going to be interpreted 1,000 ways, you know? Yeah. And so you got to be, I mean, it's very kind of a balancing act trying to, you know, make it possible, but tough, but, you know, fun, but cryptic, but, you know, it's everything. So
there's an actual treasure out there. We know there's cash out there. If you guys watch the video, it's awesome. And you kind of went with flip-flops. So it's not going to be super rigorous. You're not going to.
She got a hint out of the video. Okay.
Well, like these little mountain flip-flops. Well, you say it too. Like you know.
That was kind of like one of our, you know, it's like we hiked it in sandals. So, you know, there's no rappelling. There's no crazy rock climbing gear. Okay. you know, like, I mean, we pretty much said like anybody maybe like 8 years or older could probably get there. Of course, like every kid's different. So we hesitate to kind of actually put an age on it. But, you know, yeah, I would say like the hike is moderate to maybe a little bit strenuous at points. But yeah, I mean, most people should be able to get there with relatives.
And now it started a week ago. Some people are like, oh, is it going to be over? You're actually getting hints now. Is it daily or?
Once a week.
Once a week. Okay.
Once a week. Yeah. So, kind of the way we have it is like, I guess, you know, people always ask us like, what's in it for us? And we're not really looking to be like Insta famous or anything, but we just really love watching other people kind of like solve the riddle that you made.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, we kind of set it up so that if they tag us on social media while they're out searching, they can sign up for an email blast with the weekly clue one day early. So nice. we release the weekly clue on Fridays, but so today's Thursday. So we blasted the email today. And I mean, I probably got.
That's the one about not being fully buried, bring a hand trowel, but it's really dirt and don't worry about it. Has the holes thing, right?
Yes, okay. Yes.
I'm on that. I got that.
Oh, you got that email? Okay.
I leave in the morning with my daughter.
She's going.
We are heading. We're going.
No way. Where are you from?
We're in Vegas. So
okay.
It's about a 6-hour drive. What I told everybody is if this is too far, I used to live on the East Coast. I actually live there part-time now. So I told my East Coast friends, as long as you've given me a spot to search that I'm not searching for someone else. And 2 of my friends said, here are 2 completely different ways to interpret the poem. Totally different. They're like, would you go? And I have a search friend that has a house right near Salt Lake. So I'm like, my daughter and I, we're going tomorrow.
That's so exciting.
Rooster Cogburn said 10K will get me in my car to go look. I think that's a good amount. You know what I mean? That's, you know, it's 10K. And to be clear, for everybody who's listening and learning about this treasure hunt for the first time, absolutely free. You don't have to buy anything. Correct?
Yeah. It's you don't have to even sign up for anything. Anybody can go look. You don't have to pay money or buy merchandise or anything. Yep. It's like literally anybody could find it. So.
And all the clues you need to find it are in the poem that you freely put out, correct?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, you can get, of course, like you got to interpret everything correctly, but yeah, you can just use the poem to get to the chest. And we want, I don't know, like our kind of goal while we're thinking about this is we kind of want to wrap it. We want someone to find it before summer ends. So in the email blast, I kind of mentioned, you know, like, hey, we can't please everybody, you know, because everyone wants like the clue that they're stuck on. But as the weeks progress without someone finding it, we're going to become more and more obvious, like where it is, just slowly. So that's kind of the plan.
So how do you know when it's found?
Yeah, a lot of people are asking, will you know when it's found?
Yeah, so we've got our ways, you know. Okay. We have.
So you will know, okay.
Yeah,
and you'll announce it. I'm assuming immediately when you know.
Oh yeah, so okay. Yeah, you know, there's been a couple of people like that just for fun, like in the comments somewhere they'll say, I found it, you know, and then we have to go back in there, and it's like, no, they're full of crap. It hasn't been found. You know, don't worry, everybody. It's still out there.
Oh, interesting. So a lot of our people are always like, how do they know if it's found? Is it a GPS? Is it a webcam, et cetera? And they go through all the possibilities. So, okay. Right. Well, that's awesome. We put the website, we put the Instagram, we put the Facebook page. The clues will all be on the Instagram page. Is that correct?
Yeah. So the clues come out every Friday, but if you want to get the clues a day early, just kind of tag us while you're out searching, and then and then sign up for the email blast. So we'll blast you the clues on Thursday.
And I got the email today that you sent out right before we went live. Yeah, I saw it. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Great. And then but it's been really fun. I mean, we're getting contacted by people all over the country. There was a guy in Hawaii that was so convinced he like pinpointed exactly where it was. I was like, hey man, like, why don't you like, partner with somebody out here just to go check for you instead of flying out? But he's like, no, man, I'm so convinced I'm flying out. So he flew from Hawaii, and people from Atlanta. Really? And so
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So now how quickly are you going to announce in your secret magic ways, like you find out it's discovered right now? Do you want to make contact with them first, or is it you're going to put a blast out to say, stop all your travel plans? Is it a day delay, or like, I leave in the morning, so I'm just asking.
No, I mean, if someone found it, I'd probably post immediately on the story, like, hey, like someone's found it. I mean, maybe we'll talk to them and see if they want to like go public. Kind of like last year, the kid who found it, like he made a big video of it that was so awesome. And And so, we could have someone like that find it who wants to be like, yeah, I found it and here's how, and explain kind of like how he went through the process. Or we could have someone who just wants to remain anonymous. But yeah, either way, like we'll completely announce it. And yeah, so you'll know when it's found.
Well, one of the hunts that we do, and feel free to say no to anything if you think it's a hint, is the Beacon Star, which you need advanced, you need a PhD or
it's ciphers. It's ciphers and codes.
It's ciphers and codes.
So we do Beacon Star Thursdays. So we do a Monday show on Forrest Fenn, the Forrest Fenn Thrill of the Chase, about the ending and how everybody hates the ending and how we're still going to figure out where it was. And then Thursdays we do the other treasure hunts, and we've been doing Beacon Star recently. So
that's really cool. Okay.
So now, is there any type of knowledge that's better? Like, I am horrible at maps, and it's really hard when somebody has a solve and they're trying to walk me through Google Earth. I'm sorry. I worked with someone today for a couple hours. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm so terrible at this, but we got there. We figured it out. But maps or advanced PhD, mathematical modeling.
I don't think there's any. You don't have to find eigenvectors in 6 dimensions to be able to find this treasure.
Okay.
So I think like with like Google Maps and kind of like the right interpretations, you could get pretty much there. So no matrices or anything.
What is it?
Well, it's funny because my daughter's 14 and she has a bunch of 14, 15, 16-year-old friends. I gave it to them when they were over their pool partying every day in Vegas. And I was like, here, and they came up with something totally different. I'm like, I didn't think of that. And so it's awesome to hear different minds. One's in an automotive school, so he thinks very mechanical. And one is like in regular school, and they were like more about video games and stuff. Everybody had a different that's one thing I like.
Yeah, I love that.
So will you know though for sure? Like a lot of people think they're solved. Like I have 2 I'm going to check. Both of them seem pretty good. So it's kind of like the Forrest Fenn poem. It seems pretty generic. There's water and there's a canyon and then you find the treasure. It seems kind of generic, but if you're in the right solve, will it rule out all other areas? Like, does it get specific for the person that finds it?
Yeah, I hope so. It's, there's like, I've lived here my whole life and I'm pretty outdoorsy. And so I've like rock climbed all through these mountains, and there's still just hundreds of places that I've never even heard of. Yeah. And so, people are tagging us and it's like, is it here? And it's like some trail that I've never heard of in my life, but it's gorgeous and it matches up with the poem, so on accident, like, and nice. So, it's tough. It's like that, like we wanted to make it tougher than last year just because day one, when we released it last year, there were already people probably within a couple hundred feet of the chest. Wow. And this year I can't really tell because a lot of the trees and stuff look all the same, but I don't know, like even, maybe a couple groups have been pretty close, but I'm not even sure really. So it's kind of one of those balances again, and because I know like before we actually released the first hint with like the rectangle on the map, everybody thought it was up in Logan, Utah. And
is that
I guess
Ephraim? Is that that bear?
Yes,
yeah, that's the obvious one to go to.
That one and Bear Ear Monument. Those were the 2 that like people were like, you need to travel now. That's where it is. Both those locations. And then when the hint came out, I'm like, I'm glad I didn't. But now I feel good enough about it.
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm going for the adventure more than.
And I think you answered this. Let me ask it a different way. If somebody was just researching online the poem and in that area in Utah, how confident could they be that they have the right area before they go? Is there some kind of confirmer in place, or is really you just have to go boots on the ground to see if you're in the right spot?
I think a little bit of both, I could see someone from out of state finding it just as easily as a local, because again, like everyone kind of interprets things different ways. So like, is the blackbird like the name of a trail, or is it like symbolic, or like what, like what's going on? So again, like I think that, either way, like, and it's been fun because we have everything from, like high school friends that are out of school, so they're just going up, to single moms with their 2 young kids, to like professional treasure hunters like you guys coming in from out of state. So we've kind of like got the whole spectrum of people. And you're right. Like, some are artists, and so they're kind of like more I don't know the right word, but
they use different parts of the brain. They're more creative.
Like more abstract, and then you have like some like the engineers that are just like this is this and this. And
they're very analytical. It's very,
yes.
It's very binary, like yes, no, go to the next fishbone diagram. Can you solve all of it from the internet, or is there certain parts of it, like maybe towards the end, you have to get boots on the ground, that's what we call it, to be able to actually solve it? Or are you able to solve it from home and then go?
I would say you could get probably within half an hour of
okay.
Just from the internet. And then like definitely there's probably like, you can only do so much on Google Earth, so
right.
At some point you're going to definitely have to like actually get on location, but I think you could get pretty close.
Nice.
Just
looking at the poem, along the bottom of the cliffs is key. The chest awaits beneath the tree. Now, Forrest Fenn marked his location with a blaze. Is there anything that on that tree that tells you you have the right one, or you just have to get down there and kind of move the dirt around and see if you're at the right tree?
Yeah, I guess it's funny because I probably copy and pasted the message. I can neither confirm nor deny like 2,000 times on
I got you.
Okay.
DMs.
I might have emailed you, and when you responded, you might have started it with, I cannot confirm or deny,
Right.
but like have a really good time. And I might know a couple people that emailed you, and they might have gotten the I cannot confirm it. So I can tell like that is almost like your title, like on everyone. And then you give some positive, like have a blast out there. That's a beautiful spot, or it looks great, or you get something that, of course, does that mean he's been there? Does that mean that's just
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so me and John, like we're trying to make it as fair as possible. Like my wife doesn't even know where it is,
Okay.
and so it's like we don't want to like give anything out that like we haven't given to everybody, just like keep it as fair as possible. So we're really careful not to. And it's so funny because like we've literally got thousands of messages. Every time I check my phone, I've got like 100 more of that. And I do my best to kind of like answer everybody, but man, it's like a part-time job just trying to keep up with it. And so, but yeah, that's kind of like one of our biggest things is just like to keep it as fair as possible for everybody.
Yeah, and just to note, Mike has a full-time job, I have a full-time job, but this is our full-time hobby, which we're really excited about. For the Forrest Fenn Hunt, I get over 100 emails a week. And it's been over for over a year. And so it's our kind of hobby on steroids. It's just an awesome fun.
I love that. Yeah. Well, I like, it was funny because me and John were talking about it and we don't really know where this is all going, but we know it's going to somewhere. And so, like even by next year, if we can do this again with like 50 grand, we would love to do that and just keep growing it. Of course, like when it gets that big, like we're going to have to definitely like take precautions and
right.
It's, cause you get kind of like some crazies. And so we're not really sure, but we're excited. Cause if I could somehow turn this into, I don't know, like a job, I would love that. So we're just
some ways, there's some sponsorships. There's people like REI and a few others that actually we've looked into doing some different business models to figure out how do you grow? We've done, 5 or 10 of our own, just small ones, couple grand kind of thing. And as it grows, I think there's a model here because it's fun, but I put the dollar amount at about 100,000. Forrest had a famous quote of about 7% of the human population is certifiably crazy. At that 100 grand mark is when the 7%ers, this is how they're going to survive their life.
They come out
and they get really dedicated in a very unhealthy way. And so that's when you get there, that's
yeah, thankfully so far, we've got a couple like dubious messages maybe like in the DMs, but overall it's been so positive. I just get messages of a family in a van and all the kids are in the back with their headlamps, just so stoked to go look for it. And to me, that makes it all worth it, so.
I need to bring my headlamp. Another searcher sent me a gift and I got a headlamp. I need to find it. I'm thinking of all the things, the hand trowel, I need the headlamp. I need a big backpack now, how big of a backpack do I need when I go and pick it up? Like, can it fit?
How big is the treasure chest?
As a single mom or I'm not a single mom anymore. We just got married in January. As a mom with her daughter out there, I don't want to like crate it back to the car. I want to put it in the backpack. Will it fit in a backpack? I can't really tell how big it is. Is it?
That's a great question. And actually, it's bigger than you think. So, I have a backpacking bag that it didn't fit into. It was too big. So like we actually use a duffel bag. And you can like, usually, I don't know how many, I don't know how they measure it, like liters or whatever, but like a pretty decent sized duffel bag is big enough to put it in there. So
to be clear, for anybody else who doesn't realize, this isn't a proxy item. You actually put the cash in it, correct?
Yeah. So we put 10 grand in cash, and I'm a big silver stacker. I love silver. And so I actually put like a big silver ounce, like 10-ounce coin in there. And then we actually sell, just me and my wife, we actually sell like, pretty much like fake doubloons, like on Amazon. So we put a whole bunch of those in there. And those are mostly like, like if, I don't know, depending if people are around you, like when you find it, you can just kind of give those away to kids and stuff. But so yeah, whoever finds it, they're going to be stoked because it's a pretty good hefty payday to find it. So
10 grand in cash.
So exciting. So excited. I can't wait. Well, and I hate to say, we've done a lot of these. I've unfortunately literally walked by several of them, more than one. A lot of it's just getting the memories. And actually my daughter, when we were all out, found one of them, and you get that excitement, and it's like, heck, it'll be fun no matter what. But it sounds like that's what you were kind of inspiring us to do, is get the heck out of the house and have some fun out in the wilderness.
Yeah. We've got a lot of messages from people who pretty much said like, man, it's beautiful and it's summertime, and we couldn't even drag our kids away from the Xbox, and now it's them dragging us away from the Xbox. So, like to us, that makes, that's so awesome, And another theme that we hear a lot is, it's like, man, I've lived here my whole life, and I had no idea how beautiful, how many amazing places there are just half an hour away from my home. And so it's like, we didn't find the treasure, but like we found other treasures because we're going to come back here with family and show them the spot we found and all of that. So, I'll
have that and the treasure. Are you going to, if the person's willing to be public, are you going to do like a video and kind of show, you walk through your solve? I haven't looked at that yet. You walked through the solve last year, right? Or the person did.
Yeah. So I actually, right now on my Instagram, there's a story, and I actually posted a video of the kid who found it last year. And he actually made like a 5-minute video pretty much of his whole journey. And it's awesome. So he goes through the poem. He like goes like line by line in the poem with a video, like this is what it looked like. This is how I kind of figured it out. And it's perfect. Like it's way better than we could have even made. So
nice.
But whoever finds this one, there's going to be a lot of people that kind of want to know who it is. And even like we had 3 different reporters from different stations interview us today. And pretty much all of them said, hey, like we have your number. Like, if someone finds it, let us know. Like we want to go interview them, So
right. It'll be on the news, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
and that'll only help for next now. So your next one is going to be next. You're hoping to do this annually, right?
Right. Yeah. So, we've kind of been discussing like, hey, if it's found tomorrow, like what can we do between now and next June,
Right.
And I don't know. We don't want to be like tacky. I don't know. Like we're still kind of brainstorming and stuff. But yeah, as far as like the big main event of the year, it's not going to happen until probably next year. So
and this is not even a week old, right?
Yeah, no,
we released it
on Saturday. So it's been 5 days maybe. So
how many searchers would you estimate are out there looking for it?
Oh man, it's tough to know. I would say probably at maybe 200 groups.
Okay.
So
yeah, I was gonna say for the Forest Fan Hunt, I got Facebook. I'm really bad at social media stuff, and that was 2 or 3 years ago. And now this crazy thing called Instagram is something my daughter is going to sign me up for, because she's been like getting your whatever, however it works. But she's like, Mom, you need your own Insta, and I'm like, okay, I'll get an Insta for this.
That's so true. I'm getting old, and so I actually talk to high school kids. It's like, hey, how many of your friends have Facebook? And they say 0.
Right.
And then I'm like, how many of them have Instagram? And they say everybody. And so it's like
TikTok's the other one. Like everybody's a TikTok crazy.
Yeah. And I'm the same way. I'm like hesitant. I'm always hesitant to like accept the whole new technology. So I haven't gone down the TikTok route yet. But who knows what'll happen. Maybe we'll have to do that eventually. But yeah, right now it's pretty much Instagram. And so yeah, I guess, we'll see. But you should get your own Instagram so that we can, stay in touch.
Well, I know she tags and does a lot of stuff with her teenage friends. I don't want to see that. I'm all about the treasure hunting. So we'll tag, I don't know, maybe we'll joint tag. I don't know how it works yet. That's part of our adventure, is getting me signed up on Instagram. So
right.
So anyway, what other
Okay.
questions from the room? Anybody else have any
Yeah.
questions? You know, things like, you were saying earlier, the bear was symbolic or was not? I can't remember.
Oh, I can neither confirm nor deny.
There you go. Yeah, there, it's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Oh, darn it. I almost got him, guys. I almost got him. Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, thank you so much for being on and helping us understand all the pieces and parts to it. Is there a date? You said that you're just going to give out hints until it becomes obvious. There's not like an ending date, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, if we could like plan it perfectly, it would probably end like right before school starts again, like late August.
Okay.
But I mean, I think it's going to be found before that, honestly. So yeah, I mean, who knows? Like it could be found tomorrow, but if I were to guess, I'm thinking it's going to probably at least last for maybe 3 more weeks before someone finds it. So
interesting. Okay.
I can't spend that much time away. I'm hoping this weekend, my friends, you guys are going to see some videos. We'll upload them on our little adventure. And you know, Samantha's kind of shy when it comes to the camera, so maybe she'll be holding it. I don't know. We're going to get out there and have fun. But I do have to say, there is a lot of ski resorts and rappelling rock climbing areas. We don't need those, guys. We don't need those. Don't put these balls that I have to rappel. Somebody did, and I went, no. And they're like, oh, it's kind of easy to rappel. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care if it's easy. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no harnesses, no technical gear required, you know. So yeah, no need to fear the cliffs or anything. So
nice. Well, and there is cliffs and things mentioned in the poem. So everybody check it out. If you do get a killer solve by tomorrow, I will be in Utah. I'm already checking out 2 spots. I'm going to probably stay a day or 2 until I find that chest. But if you have a spot, the first thing I'll ask you is general area. If it is in the general area, 5-mile radius of where I'm already looking for somebody, I'm just going to say, sorry, I can't partner. Don't tell me anything more. But just email me at kpro3@aol.com. David, you've been awesome. What questions do you have, Mike?
No, I think that's it. I think we summed it up. The poem's free. The cash is out there waiting for somebody to go find it. David Klein from Utah Treasure Hunts. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
We invite you to come back on when there's a winner. Maybe they'll want to come on and give the solution.
Yeah, no, I'd love that. It's been a treat talking to you guys. And yeah, thanks so much for reaching out to me. And yeah, I mean, we'll keep you updated. So hopefully we'll talk in a couple of weeks.
All right, go find it, Christy. Then we can have him back on and give him the solution that we
Sure.
All right. Thanks, David.
Look forward to it. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
So there it is, everybody. Let's put the thing, and you know, we could even do a Zoom on this tonight, I guess, but there's just not enough time in the day. But here, I'll just show anybody who doesn't know. I'll show the poem. There it is. You guys figure out what this means, and it's $10,000. So I don't know if anybody can see that. Is that too?
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Begin your search where hikers rest, majestic slopes, all facing west. I don't have it all memorized.
Through the tunnel of emerald green, follow the river, creek, or spring. It's really similar to Forrest Fenn's poem, meaning it's ambiguous. Although this line, when the blackbird clicks, turn to port. Blackbird clicks. I mean, what could that mean?
So some of the leading thoughts, and these are not specifically to solves I'm involved in, it's what's been posted on our Facebook page and things. Blackbirds click when there's danger. So one of the things I'd really like is some people were thinking that's where a danger sign is, or a sign that says warning, you know, watch out for rattlesnakes or whatever.
And it says if you reach the end, you've come up short. So it could be a sign saying up ahead, you've got to stop. Because
like dead end ahead or something. Yeah.
Begin to climb when your path swings north, which also could mean you're facing left, which is port, would be to the north. So that could be the orientation. You go left to the north. So yeah, that's awesome. So I hope you and Sam have a good trip, and I hope you really are in the right area at least and get close and find it.
I'm definitely in the right, or I could be in the right area, but I will definitely be in the wrong area as well, because these two are in two very different areas. They're over an hour apart. And so it's going to be interesting to me, because when you have a solve, it's like, did I just miss that tree? Did I just miss? How much time do you spend? Look, because you know, I'm the 1 foot searcher. Thanks, Bobby in chat. I don't want to just miss it, but then how much time do you spend on each one going back and forth?
Yeah. Bobby says a dead end, and that makes sense. Yeah, it's a dead end. Huh. Dead end sign.
And somebody else had an actual name of a trail was related to a black bird. which
I got
then
you.
it clicks, and then you don't go to the end, and then you
there's
get
the Beatles song Blackbird. That
well,
obviously has
the
something.
emerald. Some people think it's an emerald mine. Some people think it's a canopy of green trees.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I got a cat meowing at me.
So there it is, guys. If anybody's in that Utah area, go look for it. Let us know. We know Jana, she found one. And I think that was 10 grand as well, but we're going to have her on the show with Jacob. I was just texting her to find out how that one went. Wouldn't it be awesome if one of you in the chat, one of our friends or K-Pro herself found this one? We did miss the one that was here in Vegas. We got to redeem ourselves.
Let's just look forward.
As long as this one isn't under a park bench, we'll be all set.
Yeah. And JB says he's going to be out there. He would ask me to go get it, but he's going to get it himself, which is great. Anybody that can go, but this one's close enough. And I have a little bit of time before I fully dive back into work again. So why not? Why not take a date or two?
Right.
But headlamp, duffel bag, that's a couple things I did not pack in that bag that I'm going.
Sunscreen. Let's look up the weather and see how hot it's going to be out there.
It was like 101.
Ouchie, quit it.
Yeah, and that part of their clue today was like, watch out for rattlesnakes are everywhere up there. So it's better than scorpions, though.
Well, if anybody gets bit, make sure you record it for the vlog, okay?
Really?
Well, you know what I mean. The dangers. We could have one on the dangers. Blackbird Click, Raven Pass, 1 mile, Packer Jack says. And Mary Green says, K-Pro, I'll send my bear idea. So K-Pro is going. This is confirmed in the morning. So if anybody has ideas or a spot, let her know or let me know and I'll convey it.
Let me know just the general area. Now that I have 2 and I really defined it with the 1 person because I might adjust a little. And if I adjust by 2 miles, he's like, is that still our spot? I'm like, yes, let's do a 5-mile radius. I will look it up on the map. If it's in either of the search locations that I'm going to for others, I'll just say, I can't even partner with you. And that means you have the same solution. You better run and get it because I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. Or I'll walk by it, Sadhorn, and you guys will. Yeah. But anybody wants to get up for dinner or something, or a drink or coffee or whatever, we'll be taking some breaks too.
Searcher meetup in Utah.
Searcher meetup.
Oh, maybe. Okay. All right. That's Utah Treasure Hunt. Let's get back to the Beacon Star. That's why we're all here. I thought for sure the Beacon Star hotline was going to ring, but it didn't. So
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. I like that. Lucky
That's
digger.
the Beatles song.
Oh,
Blackbird. You don't know the song Blackbird by the Beatles? I used to play it for Eric all the time. Okay. Anyway. So here's what I'm doing. I'm not going to give out the super secret solution to the Beacon Star. But maybe I'll give you a hint so that those of you that have the book and have ordered it, you can figure it out yourselves. And I don't know if let's see if this makes sense for you, K-Pro. You'll be the test case because I don't know if I've ever actually gone through this.
Go ahead.
Or you can play devil's advocate too, where you're like, that makes no sense. Okay. So let's do it this way.
Which one are we looking at?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, I think we should spend hours and hours on this one.
Yeah, that's the red herring, which you know, right? Yeah.
Don't work on this one, friends.
Okay. Yeah, don't work on that one, which doesn't make any sense because it applies to the story. But okay, let's do this.
So you're just gonna tease us? Or hey, you could pay $19.99 and he might share it with you.
I'm not gonna give it to you, but yes, I'm gonna tease you, and then next week we'll go over it. How about that? So let's bring this up and let me show you guys something. Oh, if only it was on the right screen.
Fun of me. I didn't listen. I'm sorry. I didn't listen to it.
What's that?
They're making fun of me for not knowing a Beatles song. Bye, bye, bye. I'll have to go look it up. I was a country girl. Hey, give me a Garth Brooks song. I'll know it.
So check this out. And now I'm thinking, did we even talk about this? I can't remember. Maybe we did. Yeah. So this one is the hint. So this one has 13 letters. Remember, A through M. There are 13 different shapes. Polybius square. Boom, etc. 13 A through M, right?
Right.
Okay. So if you remember that and you look elsewhere in the book, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages. I'll bring it up. And then that opens on the wrong page. Hang on. There are 10 pages that have these riddles and these bricks, just like this. It's a riddle, and then around the border are these bricks or cobblestones, you could say. But what's interesting, if you count these bricks on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, there are 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 bricks on the left, 13 bricks on the right. And that is the same number of bricks for every poem. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
Okay.
So if you realize that on the page 19, there were 13, which were lettered A through M.
Uh-huh.
If you add up both sides, 13 plus 13 is 26. And what has 26? The letters of the alphabet, right?
Oh my gosh.
There you go, everybody. That is, well, some people know it, but it could be breaking news. It could be news to you if you don't know it. So here's the key. What you have to do is letter these bricks, A through M. Or because there's also 26 letters, maybe it's the other half of the alphabet. Maybe it's N through Z. So, K-Pro, if I was to put
So
an
that's
A,
how you solve all of these pages?
maybe you have to try it and find out. But no, listen, K-Pro.
Me, I own your half. I had a wedding ring.
If I was to do that, if I was going to letter each of these bricks with letters, then how could I get a message out of that? In other words, if this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc., how can I somehow extract a message, a hidden code, if you will?
So let's see. The first one would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So the 3,
Correct.
11 is G.
So it's not the number itself; it's the number position of the brick that it's in. So in other words, 311 doesn't matter. What matters is it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th brick down, right? But there is a little dilemma, and that is we have 26 bricks on each side. What's that?
SW.
Your audio went down for some reason. I don't know why.
W.
SW, that's right. If, in fact, that's how you letter the bricks. But because this is the first page, look at page 20. Now, page 20 has a little symbol at the top. Look at this, K-Pro.
Okay, I'm looking.
There's a little symbol at the top right here.
Oh, I see the symbol.
So what could that mean? Some columns of bricks have them and some do not.
Oh, I see the dilemma. Maybe
Right.
that means you go backwards.
Ah, that's a good point. So in other words, for this particular column, we do something different because of the symbol. And I'm going to let you guys figure it out. So you guys get your Beacon Star book out and you got homework. Solve what this message is. And it is a message. And you do letter the bricks because there's 26 on each side. The trick is, how do you letter it? And what do these symbols mean at the top of the bricks? Okay. And next Thursday, we'll go over the solution to those. But give it a try. The best thing about codes and solutions, the best thing is that when you solve it, you know you have the solution. Go ahead, Kristen.
I thought the numbers at the top were chapter numbers. They're not. They're random numbers. 55. What is that?
Correct. Now, see that's another thing. And this one, I don't think anybody solved. And that is these poems all relate to a specific plaque or monument or some kind of text in the Denver area, right? So first thing we have to do is we have to figure out where this refers to. And then you have to figure out what the numbers mean. There's a number 3 and there's also a binary number. Okay.
Okay.
And that's the trick. And I don't think anybody's figured this out yet. And that's what's going to take so long. And we're going to have so many Beacon Star Thursday shows.
Well, but why don't you give us the tedious part of having to go through all that? Why don't you give us that part and then we will help extend to the next step?
I don't think it's agreed upon on where these lead to yet. And even if it's agreed upon what monument it goes to, how do you know which text you use? Because if these numbers are some kind of a book cipher, or is it Ottendorf maybe is the other, I forget what it's called, but book cipher. And if you're just one word or one letter off, it's going to throw everything off. So as far as I know, nobody has solved what to do with these brick numbers on these boots on the ground locations. Okay.
Yes.
And that's what we got to figure it out. We got to try. And that's why if we have people in Denver that are willing to go boots on the ground and willing to check out these locations, maybe, just maybe we can crack it live on YouTube. And just one little solitary tear will go down Randy's face. Pew. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll be happy and go, finally, somebody figured it out. It's been, 4 years?
Well, and remember, some people are solving things wrong. He said, maybe that's you, Cowlazars.
That's true. Well, the other thing is when I go through this, maybe somebody will raise their hand and say, you're looking at it the wrong way. You guys think it's this. It's really not. Right. You'd look at it a different way, and that's what makes sense.
And then you codebreaker Charlies will get in a big argument and throw your slide rule at each other.
Well, the other thing is one of the codes resolves to joint codes, meaning more than one. So it could be that there's more than one way to solve it. It's a double solve. Chuck Woolery, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. The double solve. And that's an interesting fact too. So then I think of that and I go back to the page 19 mosaic and think, is there a different way you could solve this? Does each one of these have a double solve?
Okay, wait. The magnanimous Bobby has said no caret A through N, caret M through Z.
Well, there it is, everybody. Apply that to the bricks. Count the number with the number of bricks that each number is in, and you will get a message. You will get a message. And that message, what do you do with it? That's another thing. Is these puzzles, the solutions to these puzzles, I think, help you with other puzzles. We think, but we don't know. So we're solving some things like start at 12. We'll get into that down the road, what to do with that. But you solve some of these and then you have to figure out what do you do with them. What I don't like, and it's not that I don't like, what is a mystery is what is the order that we're supposed to solve these puzzles in? Are we supposed to go in order that the puzzles appear in the book? There's no starting point. There's no starting puzzle.
Does it matter, or is it more mapping all of them and then drawing lines and then figuring out where the sun goes at a certain time with the sundial, and then you go pick it up? That's my theory up to this point, and that's all I have.
How do you read a clue from each sundial? That's another very important question. And is that what that means? Read clue
I could tell you, but that's your homework for next week.
Hey, if I knew it, I'd tell everybody. Or if I knew it, maybe we'd be making a trip to Denver. How far is Denver from Salt Lake City? Isn't it like another 10 hours or something?
I don't know.
It's a ways. Yeah, I think it's like a 12 or 13-hour drive from Vegas. So that one we might have to fly to Denver, but we'll see.
Oh, yeah, we need to fly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long one. So, all right, we're right at the 8 o'clock part. But the other thing that I think is important and that I think nobody has really done, and that is get into the text. Who are the characters?
5 minutes.
What is it?
8 hours and 5 minutes driving. I'm not.
Yeah, that's a long. Unless you like have stops.
No, I have all this cash, and I don't want to be traveling with $10,000 cash and silver. That's going to be hard to do.
All right. So yeah, the other thing I think that nobody's really done is take apart the text of the book. And when I say take apart, it's just read it looking for hints and clues. Because I thought Randy has said.
Wait, take apart look at me, literally take apart your book?
Yeah, no, not literally take apart. A lot of people thought that, but Randy has said, nope, you don't do it that way.
Randy is horrified at what you did, and he actually gave a hint to make sure this does not happen. I mean, it's not even like, look at the jaded lines, guys. He didn't even care about this book. Librarians are gasping and fainting all over America.
Redneck Express says, I'm in Denver. Well, I may reach out, Redneck Express. 3D Bronze with the $4.99 super chat says, hello, friend. Sorry I'm late. I was uploading the last video for Tell Me Who, the finale, which is now live. I hope this didn't just become a foot race. Now, that one's interesting, too, because a lot of people are saying, you knew it was poker to begin with, right, K-Pro? It has to do with playing cards, solitaire cipher, poker cipher. But he says it's easy to figure out the method. It's very hard to figure out the key. So we're going to have to check that video out. 3dbronze.com/tell me who.
Jack had no problem traveling with gold. Yeah, and he just left $1 million sitting in his car where he went through Walmart after his drunk night and his detour to go on vacation. Wonk, wonk, baloney.
Well, the thing with traveling with $1 million is nobody knows you have it. There's nothing wrong with leaving it in your car because nobody knows it's there.
You're out of your mind.
Why do you think all the houses on the 8 Mile are really trashy looking? They don't want you to know what's inside the house. The ghetto, inside the houses are actually have the big screen TVs. They have all kinds of stuff inside the house. They leave the outside looking that way for a reason because they don't want it broken into.
Well, we don't know what kind of car Jack was driving. He's probably in a yellow Maserati, super duper, like he seems like the kind of guy that would need to be flashy. So he would have he probably left the top down, had a convertible, and he's like, hey, everybody. Maybe. I'm like, I'm Jack.
Maybe. You just don't know. Okay, everybody, I think we're going to wrap it up. We will do a Zoom. I'll send the invite out. Again, you guys can.
I'm with Mike on this one. JK. Oh, okay.
What? With which one?
About just leave it in the car. That's what I think.
Well, I mean, you put a blanket over it. Unless you're the person that gets hit by lightning.
Out of your mind?
What?
You should not leave it. Go through.
Well, you can't take it with you. I mean, what if you have to stop? What if you physically, I got to get out of this car?
Why do you have to go to Walmart for your coat?
To use the bathroom? To use the bathroom, maybe? You got to go number 2. You're going number 2. And then you're like, I got to pick up food anyway, so why not go to Walmart? But anyway, maybe Jack will tell us.
Jack is totally a minivan kind of guy.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think so. No. with his background.
You don't put it up on the dashboard, that's for sure. It'll heat up. All that gold will get hot in the sun. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to do a Zoom, David Garlick. It's just I'm not going to be able to stay in it. So I will start the Zoom and then turn it over to Bobby. So you will get an email with me for the Zoom for the Beacon Star. Nice 3D bronze. Okay, show them your shirt one more time, Kipro.
Okay, this just may be a hint to what's coming. You ready?
I believe in fairy tales.
You don't know. You might be seeing a new fairy tale soon.
I'm hoping we can have a Utah fairy tale when you find this 10 grand.
Boom. Sorry,
Again,
I'm with Kate on this
Carter.
one. Would have held the gold in my lap while doing number 2.
Alien's not.
Okay, we don't need to talk about no, but here's the thing. I'm fine with trying to, we don't even need to talk about bathroom breaks, but to get your soda or your drink, you would go to Walmart and leave it in the car, not go to Burger
Well, that's true.
King.
Craig just said I would have taken it with me. He could have put it in the backpack and wore it in the store. That's true. He wore it. He carried it out of Yellowstone. He could have carried it through wherever he had to go shopping.
Wait,
That's true.
he carried it out of Yellowstone? What did you just say?
Or wherever he found it from. Oh, you caught that, huh?
Was that a slip? Was that accidental?
He carried it out of the Lacey Creek. Okay, so thanks everybody. Beacon Star Thursdays. We're gonna have Jana and Jacob on, I think 2 weeks from today. I want to do it sooner, but I'm not sure if it's going to work out. I think Jacob is busy next Thursday, and I don't know if we want to do it on a Monday night, but
no, Mondays are mine.
Okay, I guess that answers that.
No, like I already have a hard time giving up Thursdays.
Jana, what are you going to do with all that silver? You're going to hold on to it, or you're going to sell it?
Oh, is she in the chat?
No, but she watches later usually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what that means. Got fairy tale hammered on another channel. Well, we got to give them content. What else would they do? What else would they do?
Put on a diaper and drive straight through like the astronaut lady. Sir, please open your bag. Yeah, that's funny.
No, there would be no way I would be leaving it for any length of time. Maybe to like, I hate to say, this is going to sound terrible, but I would be pulling off on the side of the road, squatting to pee and getting back in my car. I wouldn't be going more than 4 feet from the car.
Yeah. Well, that is a question. It'd be a nice dilemma to have, wouldn't it? Wait a minute. We got to check the Golden Knights score.
Yeah. So
it's tied up. We're going into overtime.
When I go to pick up the treasure chest tomorrow, I hope, or day after tomorrow, I'll be thinking about this type of thing. That's all. The minute I'm going to go Yahoo, awesome. And then I'm going to be like, run, get this where it needs to go. I don't even know what, I need to think about that. Maybe I should bring a shoebox. Put all the cash in.
Well, hopefully just pocket. Yeah, I wonder if it's in. We should have asked him. Is it $100 bills? Is it 50s? Is it 20s?
He has a picture up. It's like 20s and 100s.
That's true. It is a lot. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Greg says I'm late. What'd I miss? Everything.
Hey, bro, when was your car broken into last? I have never had my car broken into. Mike has twice since I've known him. I don't think ever. I've never had my car broken.
Twice? I thought just once.
No, the guy that took all the coins the one time out of the middle console, and then the guy that took all of your hotel.
No, that's the same guy, same time.
Oh.
Yeah. So I left my car open. It's on me. I did not lock my car because I ran into my apartment for like 30 minutes. And when I came back, somebody went through it. One of these homeless people out here, I'm sure.
I do have to say, we have the Ring and where we used to live. It was amazing how many of our neighbors are like, here's the camera. Somebody's just going and trying to open door. You know what? I wonder if Jack locked the door when he went into Walmart, or if he just left it unlocked.
Nomadic Madman says, where does it show the boundaries of the Utah treasure hunt? Was that on Instagram that they showed that?
Facebook, our Facebook page, Candy posted it within seconds of it being put out.
That's why you should join Cowlazars and K-Pro's Grand Adventure on Facebook.
Exactly.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. Clues.
And that helped us narrow it down because there was lots and lots of solutions outside that search area. So yeah, no, I would never leave the treasure. Now, $10,000 is one thing which I'd never leave, let alone $1 million of all that. No, sorry. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. But I also don't believe he got drunk and slept in. And I also don't believe he took a detour through the rest of Yellowstone since it was found in Yellowstone. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. All right. So before we go, I just want to say one other thing, and that is, I know you guys watch us on YouTube, and of course, you think we're perfect. We are perfect. We're YouTube perfect. But you got to remember, I've been alone for a long time. So I have to say thank you to K-Pro and apologize because she has to put up with my dumb ass sometimes. And sometimes it's not easy. So I just want to say thank you, K-Pro. And I want to say this poem, which I can't remember if I ever told you this before or not, but it kind of sums it up like this. As long as the sun has risen for the earth, the sun has never asked for anything in return. Do you know what that kind of love does? It lights up the whole world. So, K-Pro, you are my son, and I want to say thank you, and I love you. Okay, everybody, we're going to wrap it up, and we will see you next time. Beacon Star Thursdays.
I love you back. You're very
all right. See you, everybody. Go to Utah. Find 10 grand.